Hey everyone, welcome to Scrap Room Sunday. Um, want to first welcome in Mike Wheeler, Rock Robin, AJC Magic TV, and Samuel Hall. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, dear, for being in the chat when you're like 30 steps away. So, how is everyone doing on this Sunday afternoon? I don't know about you, but it is cool outside. It says that it's in the lower 60s, but it doesn't really feel like it. It's been really cool. It's been really cool today. So I've been going off and on of having my little heater on. I did have the front door open for a little while. Just getting in some cool air. So that I think that just kind of aggravated my cough a little bit. How are you all doing today? There are 7 people here in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure if you haven't to smash that like button for me. It does help with the YouTube algorithms. And if you are new to the channel, I'm glad that you are here. And it does help me in the long run. And just a note, Amy with AJC Magic TV is getting really close to her 4,000 watch hours. So if you have time to run some of her playlists in the background, like on your phone while you're doing something on your computer or watching something on TV, it would be really appreciated for her. So today has been an interesting day internet-wise. It seems like it's a continuing saga of what can go wrong with Lena's internet. So, a couple weeks ago, I was having major problems. It kept kicking me out, yada, yada, yada. They come out last Tuesday, late, da, 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 da. They fix it, yada, yada, yada. Well, then it starts dropping internet signal again, which is what it had been doing the first time. And, So after Scrap Room Sunday, I called Eagle Communications, which is who we have our internet through, and the guy did some tests and things. He's like, well, for one thing, the power save mode is on your modem, and I'm like, okay, does that affect anything? He's like, oh yeah, after so long, it'll slow down your signal. And I'm like, well, I don't want that. Turn that off. And he's like, yeah, I'm working on that. Okay, so he actually said on his end he could watch the internet signal bottom out. I said, okay. And I'm like, well, I quite frankly, I kind of chewed the guy out. I wasn't really proud of it, but I'm like, look, I had the internet problems before. I was okay because a business needed my spot on a Friday that you put me off until Tuesday. And I was supposed to be the first person on the list on Tuesday, and I wasn't taken care of until almost noon. He's like, yeah, I see that there's been some problems. And he's like, and the soonest appointment I can get you is Wednesday. And I'm like, I am not okay with this. And he's like, I will put in an email to dispatch that this is an ongoing problem, that you've already had one service call. The guy was really nice about it. He understood my frustration. He worked on the modem remotely for a full half an hour. Donna Anderson Fullen, welcome in. So he's like, I will send an email to dispatch and someone will get in touch with you tomorrow. Either way, whether they can move up your appointment and be able to come in and take a look at it again, or and see what can be done. I'm like, at this point, I want some sort of compensation on my next bill. And he said, yes, of course, we will make sure that happens. I don't want to put it in right now because the service call isn't until Wednesday. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that. You never put them in until the day of the service call. So from dealing with them before, I know that they will put something on the next bill as some sort of compensation for all the problems. Part of it could be my computer, and I said that during the service call, because he's like, when you pull up your networks. What do you see? I said, it just says Hall Family. He says, does it say Hall Family 5G? And I said, no. I said, it's only ever showed one. He's like, okay, that's weird, and asked me some other questions. I go, well, let me look at my phone. So I pulled up the wireless signal on my phone, and it showed two. It showed Hall Family and Hall Family 5G. And he said, okay, well, part of the problem could be your computer just isn't up to handling that speed of internet, which 100% it could be. I've had this particular computer since 2015, and Sam and I had already said that we need to get me a new computer. That's something that is going to happen. Like when the stimulus checks and stuff come in, we're going to take care of getting me a new computer. And that may 100% fix it, but he did say that there is something wrong with that router box. And this is something that I've been saying since before the last service call. All they did the last time was replace a little bit of cord and like hook it up to a box. It was all done within half an hour. So I wasn't quite sure that it was 100% fixed at that point anyway. So hopefully on Wednesday, I'm able to get a service appointment either tomorrow or Tuesday. That would be ideal. But I have an appointment for Wednesday morning. If I have to take Wednesday morning, I have to take Wednesday morning. It's not like I have anywhere else to be, right? So hopefully between them coming out and taking a look at the modem and he said that this is a brand new type of modem and they haven't had he said maybe they've had one or two bad modems straight out of the box, because this is another new modem because it was changed along with the cord, so this is another new modem. But he said it's 100% possible that the modem is bad or that it's going bad. It's it's technology. It can 100% happen. So hopefully on Wednesday I'll have some sort of answers that way. Donna Isabel says, you're lucky that they give you compensation. A company that I have gives it to me, then takes it back. Then what I would say, Donna, is that you need to call and talk to your customer service department and escalate it to a supervisor and say, look, I was told that I was going to get this compensation. You gave it to me and then you added it back. That's not okay. 100% you need to contact them and talk to them about that. So hopefully on Wednesday that portion will be resolved. And in the next few weeks I will be able to have a new computer that will be able to differentiate between the 2G and the 5G. And the 5G is what I'm supposed to be running all my stuff on, which is probably the reason why my computer will bottom out, but my TV won't. Because my computer, when I set it up, I asked the guy, I said, which one do I use? Because the other modem didn't have that option. This is a different modem. He's like, pick the 5G one. I'm like, okay. Donna says I have, and I've been told I shouldn't. I would call him back. All you can do is you keep calling back and keep escalating it until you get the answer that you should. If you're having internet problems or your internet isn't working and you have no internet, then they need to make sure and do something about that. Every company that I've worked with wants to make sure that you give a good review. And if nothing else, go onto their Facebook page and say, hey, leave a bad review, leave a comment about it. I guarantee you they'll take care of it and fix it, because they don't want bad reviews. So that's been my morning. I tried to be on Nerd Chat, and I was able to be in for about a half an hour, and then they said I was starting to cut out and stuff again, and then StreamYards kicked me out. I'm like, me and StreamYards are having a fight the past couple days. I think there's just so many people streaming right now, and a lot of people are being made aware of StreamYards because it's free for streaming up to 4 hours and so many hours a month. And then somebody made a comment. Oh, Donna, I know it will. I've used Eagle before. When I worked at the chamber, we had Eagle, and they 100% always made it right. I'm well aware of the company, and I know how they work. So I know they will 100% make it right. Like I said, I would go on, if you're having problems, go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and comment about it and tag, use their hashtag. And I guarantee someone will get back with you and they will fix the problem because they don't want bad. The worst thing for a business to have it right now is bad publicity, bad press. They want people to know, hey, look, we're giving, and I'm pretty sure Eagle is one in our area that's doing it. If, say, for some reason, Sam has, because right now Sam is deemed essential, if they were to say, you are no longer essential, internet would not be one of the priorities on our list. But I know that if I were to call Eagle and say, hey, look, Sam has been deemed non-essential, he is not working, I think they're giving 2 months free internet, and then it's reevaluated at the end of 2 months. Pretty sure it's either 1 or 2, but I'm pretty sure it's 2. It may be 1 for if you don't have kids, and 2 if you have kids because they're working on homework. It's one of the 2. I know that I could call Eagle and have them take care of it. So, but that is good promotion for the internet companies. For, I think somebody posted in one of the groups I'm in that they aren't working and they called, I think it was T-Mobile, and they said, hey, I'm not working. Can we work out some sort of payment plan? And T-Mobile has been giving anyone who is out of work because of the crazy, I think 1 to 2 months, like no charge on their cell phone bill. So Sam says, I would still be working. No rest for the wicked. Alyssa, welcome in. Glad you're here. There are 12 people watching. Make sure as you come in, make sure to smash that like button. If you have friends who are not part of our channel, make sure to share them out and get them in here. We're going to be chitting and chatting, and I've got a question for you guys. And I blame Mama Mouse for this because I love her to death and it was her idea. Mama, as you know, I've talked, said, oh, well, I found such and such at the thrift store for X amount. Or, yes, last night during the live plays, Arnie commented on my banners. I have a Disney World one here and over here that you can't see. You may be able to see it right in, I'm trying to get my finger, right by where my finger is. I have a Disneyland one. And he's like, oh my gosh, I love your pendants. I'm like, oh, I got those at the thrift store for 50 cents. He's like, huh? So he was really surprised. Yes, they get huge tax credits for it. Phantasmic Chronicles, welcome in Tony, welcome in Christine Hickman. She's like, you should do some sort of video series on something budget friendly. And I'm like, interesting. And this all came about because I got really excited and I was talking to her about this like grilled cheese sandwich that I made. And so Fridays are going to be called Budget Friendly Fridays. And it could be anything from cooking to shopping to crafting to, date night. Insert something budget friendly here. I've already got a few ideas for this month. This Friday will be about grilled cheese sandwiches. I know that seems like a really weird thing to talk about for a budget video, but if Sam and I can go through a full loaf of bread along with butter and cheese slices just for one meal. Because if you figure a loaf of bread, you're using, half a loaf per person because it takes, 2 slices per sandwich. One loaf of bread doesn't go far when it comes to making grilled cheese. Then plus, that's just for 2 adults, let alone, 2 adults and kids. Now, I know, like, you add tomato soup and whatnot, but I'm sorry, a grilled cheese sandwich, you can just eat a grilled cheese sandwich and be 100% happy. So I did a budget video on how to use day-old bread and block cheese to make a grilled cheese sandwich. and a new way, and it's actually Sam's now preferred way for me to make them, which is baking them in the oven. So that video is coming up on Friday. And then next week will be about a date night box, and this would be I'm gonna I don't like tomato soup. Some people don't. Some people will serve chicken noodle soup. Some people will just eat them plain. Some people add lunch meat. Grilled cheese is one of those sandwiches that you can really play with. And so that's I didn't really go into that um, much detail, but it's something that I potentially could going forward. And then the last Friday of the month, I'm going to talk about making homemade taco seasonings. And so one of the things that I've been doing this afternoon in between everything um, is I have been looking up different seasonings and sauces and copycat recipes. Um, one, uh, like for me, because I am immune compromised, I am inside. Unless I go outside on the front porch or if Sam and I go on a walk, I am in the house because we are trying to keep me distance from people. In the past week, 2 cases of the crazy have popped up where I live. And so Sam is I think it was Thursday night. Sam, remind me, was it Thursday or Friday you went to Dollar General? I was wanting some Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And Sam got out of the shower. I'm like, Sam, can we go to Dollar General? I'd like some Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And he looked at me and goes, I will go to the store, but you're staying in the house. And I'm like, oh. He's like, you need to be safe. You need to go out. Or he needed to be the one to go out and I needed to stay in. And they're even saying to only send one person shopping and keep as many people home as you can. And so it makes sense because Sam is normally the one that goes out to work anyway. He would be the one to go out to the store. Yeah, and to some extent, he's actually keeping his distance from me to kind of help. It was Friday, okay? I couldn't remember. This is Sunday. For some reason, I don't know about you guys, but unless I look at the calendar, I have no idea what day it is. Sam's home, so it's either Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, Sam has taken to sleeping on the couch in the back room, and we're making sure to spray everything and wipe everything down real good and make sure we're washing hands and stuff. But he's only been giving me kisses kind of at my temple, on the side of my head, or my forehead. So we're even trying, we're even almost socially distancing in the house a little bit too. So he's still not opposed to a tickle tickle, from Mike Wheeler, I'm sure. So, but some of the things that I have found for Budget Friendly Friday, there are things that we would get at fast food restaurants or a sit down restaurant. And I think that's what is causing people to go out more because some people don't cook. They do not like to cook. They don't, or they feel like they can't cook. And I think this is really, helping people combat some of those fears. But some of the things that I found that I'm going to be making for Budget Friendly Friday is Big Mac sauce. I have these big index cards that I picked up at the thrift store. I think I picked them up in 2014. I think it was around 2014 because it was actually meant to be this big box to keep track of our savings for our 2015 Disney trip. So I've had these since 2014. But I have one for Big Mac sauce, a copycat Outback Bloom / Texas Roadhouse sauce. I looked up recipes for both of them because people are always like, oh, well, Outback's is so much better than Texas Roadhouse, or Texas Roadhouse is so much better than Outback's. They're the same recipe, people. They are the same recipe, and it cracked me up. So I have that on my list to make because I always liked it with my steak. I always had them bring me extra. So I have that on my list. Tony says, I'm essential at home. I'm the butcher, baker, and the candlestick maker. I have one for this is a really popular one in our area. Um, if you don't know what Chick-fil-A is, it is a really popular chicken restaurant, and everyone is obsessed with their Chick-fil-A sauce. And so I found a recipe for that. It does call for a couple types of mustard that we don't have. Um, but I will probably add them to the list because when I'm doing this, I'm trying to look at the recipe and say, and that's the thing, that's what I was almost wondering. Sam says the breading on the onions might be different. And that's what I was kind of wondering is if it's the fact that maybe the sauces are the same, but the way that the two different onions are breaded is different. And Tony, yes, I have. I love all ears for Disney recipes. And that's something that I might be doing on another day is Disney recipes on one day. This is kind of what I'm thinking, off topic, on topic, is make Sundays are live stream days. Mondays are going to be tags or if there's a specific collab going on. Tuesdays are vacation videos unless there's another collab. Wednesdays are going to be Disney recipe days. Thursdays are collab days. Friday is budget friendly Friday, and then Saturday is vacation day again. So I pretty much have the theme of the day kind of set. It's just going through and finding like the recipes and things and trying to use what I have here at home. But when I was going through some of the recipes, like for the Big Mac sauce, the two different recipes I looked, they were pretty essentially the same recipe, but one called for white wine vinegar and the other one called for apple cider vinegar. And I'm asked Sam, I said, well, which one do you want me to make? He's like, I don't care. And I go, okay, you know what? We'll determine it based on what kind of vinegar you can find. I'm going to guess that people are going to leave the white wine vinegar as opposed to the apple cider vinegar. So I'm figure that's the one that's going to end up being made just because people don't know how to cook with things like white wine vinegar. It's a foreign seasoning to them. Hello, Miss Southern Belle. Welcome in. So when I was looking at other recipes, I was like, oh, Outback Steakhouse, the Bloom recipe, the spicy sauce recipe calls for mayo, which is something that we don't keep regular mayo on hand. We use Miracle Whip, or Sam likes salad dressing. So if we buy a jar of mayo, how am I going to use this mayo up? Well, I can use it to make sauce. If I can find a whole bunch of sauces to make with this mayo, I've used it up. Hello, JLB Nerdy. Welcome in. How are you doing? And I'm pretty sure that is, if you didn't know, JLB Nerdy is Jenny B. She has started a channel, and we are so excited about that. And make sure to subscribe not only to Jenny B, but to everyone in the chat who has a channel. You don't have to subscribe to Samuel Hall. He doesn't have a channel. Anna Isabel, and I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. Welcome in. I'm glad that you're here. For those of you who don't know, Samuel Hall is my husband. He's in the chat. So I'm trying to find recipes where I can use the same ingredient multiple times. But like for the Bloom sauce, we need a bottle of creamy horseradish sauce. And I went, "Hey, honey, is that okay?" He's like, "Yay, I get horseradish on hand." Like, sometimes it's things that we don't have on hand a whole lot, but it's things that we're like, "Oh, well, maybe we should have it in hand," you know? So I am working on finding recipes and stuff for Budget Friendly Friday. If you have, if like, if there's a restaurant that you like, excuse me, couldn't decide if I was going to cough, sneeze, or what exactly is going to happen. Okay, let's go cough. Okay. Side note, Dances with Goopy. Hello, Rhonda. You know how sometimes you can, like, it's like right through here, and like, okay, am I gonna sneeze, cough, burp? What is going to happen? And you're like, okay, you're kind of waiting on it and waiting on it. Okay, nothing happens, and all of a sudden it happens, and it always happens to me. And that time it was a cough. Phantasm Chronicles says, "My wife is always logging into YouTube and goes, 'Who are all these new channels?' I subscribe to so many people in the community." That's awesome. Yes, we all have to support each other. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Rhonda, I had the door open today. All right, I'm going to mute you guys for just a second. I'm going to take my Ventolin. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Oh no, don't open to the outside right now. I needed some fresh air, Rhonda. Like, I feel like I'm one of the ghosts trapped in the Haunted Mansion. I kid you not. So, if you guys have a favorite recipe from like a restaurant, or you're like, "Hey, Lena, we go through so much of X type of seasoning. Can you figure out a cheaper way for us to do that? Like, can you find a recipe to make it?" I would be happy to do that. Shoot me a message on Instagram. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Southern Belle. I really appreciate that. Guys, I had a big jump in subscribers last night. I'm currently at 665. So I am getting so close to that 1,000 mark. It is insanity. I've only been doing this for 8 months, and I'm getting so close to 700. The problem is that I'm only just a little above 1,000 of watch hours, and so um, after you're running Amy's playlist, if you would mind running my playlist, I've got several. Some are shorter, some are longer. I would greatly appreciate the help with watch hours. Um, I know Amy with AJC Magic TV is less than 1,000, around 1,000 hours. Before 4,000, she's had her 1K subscribers for a while. She's just been working on those watch hours. She's been going live a lot, trying to get those up. So, watch her um, get her watch hours up, get my watch hours up. I greatly appreciate all that. I'm so happy for you, Lena. I'm just cresting 250. Dude, here's I am by no means a YouTube expert, and that's something, so take this with a grain of salt. When I started doing YouTube around, I think I have it marked in my calendar because I looked for when my first video was. Okay, July 14th of 2019 is when I posted my first 5 videos, because to be able to be found via search on YouTube, you have to have 5 videos uploaded. So Sam and I went to Newton. In the truck, on the way to Newton, I created my intro video. You can watch me bouncing up and down in the truck with my Avengers cap on. It's really funny. Every time I look at that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like such a moron. But you know what? I am real here, so that works out. Um, I started out posting only on Tuesdays and Saturdays. That was my 2 days that gave me, because I was working full time. I could film a few videos on the weekends when Sam and I would go out, and I'd have them up and ready to go. And as I was kind of doing research into YouTube and vlogging and different things, I found this thing called Vlogtober. And I'm like, what the heck is Vlogtober? Well, Vlogtober, if you didn't know, is where small channels who don't video daily, or even channels who do video daily, do a do cons, either you do consistent videoing for the month of October if you don't normally video, or you do a full month of like fall Halloween. Sorry, my phone literally fell over. Sorry. Um, you either vlog daily if you don't, or if you do, you do fall or Halloween, um, themed videos for a full 30 days. I'm like, okay, that's pretty easy. That's when I did my favorites week for scrapbooking week, because I wasn't doing daily videos. I just I was talking with my friend Karen Wise, and she's like, Lena, even if you were a full-time YouTuber, you live in the sticks. There's really not a whole lot that you can do that would give you a whole bunch of Halloween content, or fall themed content. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. She's like, just video every day for a month. She's like, do a week of your favorite scrapbook things, do a week of this, do a week of that. So that really helps me gain a little bit more confidence. And so I started daily vlogging through October. I found it really enjoyable. So I continued it through November. Well, about the end of October, beginning of October, November, a designer from Etsy reached out to me. Her name is Jill, and she said, "Hey, I want to partner up with you." I'm like, "Huh?" And she said, "I want you to do some. I'm going to give you files that I've created, and you can make them and make videos for your channel. Free files for my Cricut, free exposure. Okay, I'll do it." So I continued vlogging through November, and I vlogged all the way through the end of December. Well, as you know, we had trauma and stuff beginning of December, so I was really glad the majority of my videos and stuff were all done. And so I my subscriber count really jumped in those 3 months, because I was consistently having new content coming out every day instead of just 2 days a week. Well, I was pretty much done. I needed a break. I was still live streaming and doing and I had my vacation videos that were going up Tuesdays and Saturdays. So I was back to only 2 days a week plus a live stream. Um, and my subscriber count, I can actually look at my analytics, and it like plummets. Like, it doesn't just go down, it nosedives between January to the beginning of March. And I'm like, if I am doing this as a potential income, I have to do what brings in views and what brings in subscribers. And what that is, for me at least, is I have to video daily. One, right now, there's no excuse for me not to. I am home. I'm not working. The school is not utilizing substitutes. They're only utilizing actually really teachers. My mom is a paraprofessional for Head Start, but she's also a certified teacher. But even she is not doing Head Start because there's no school. She's actually helping prepare all the breakfasts and lunches that people pick up. So, I'm at home. I'm not going anywhere. There is no excuse for me not to come up with some sort of content for a daily video. Even if it's, hey, look, this is what I made for dinner today. But then sitting down and giving myself a theme for every day of the week gives me something to focus on. Maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow's video is the Progressive Meal Collab that was created by Lady Jamers. And it is Lady Jamers, Diz Our Dream, Stevie Lee, and Kinsey Days. And you will start with mine at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Central and 9 a.m. Eastern. And every hour on the hour, the next video will come up, and you'll be able to follow the progressive meal. So that's tomorrow, but I can sit down tomorrow. I've got a few tags for the next few Mondays. They don't take that long to video. I'll do those up real quick, get them taken care of, edited up, and I'm done with my Mondays for the month. And I already know that Tuesdays are vacation videos. I don't have to worry about those, but I can use Tuesdays to get ready for Wednesday and so on and so forth. I truly believe that my best runs of subscribers have come when I am daily vlogging. And daily vlogging does not work for everyone. And I know that I've missed some comments in the chat, so let me go back up. Okay, Tony says I made chicken macaroni casserole for dinner. Should be done in a minute. Tony, that's 100% a video that you could put up on your channel. Right now, people are looking for easy things to make at home. Griswold Family Vacay, welcome in. My watch hours keep going down. I guess if I put more videos up. Aha. Yeah. Watch hours go down. The way I understand it, and like I said, I am not a professional. The person to really ask your creator question is Dole Whip Dad. If one of the mods could drop Dole Whip Dad's link in the chat, he does creator talk every Sunday night. And he is open to people saying, hey, look, I have a question about this or that. So if you have questions about watch hours, definitely talk to Dole Whip Dad. Kelly with the Mickey Bench, welcome in. Another fantastic channel. Sam says, this year Halloween will be better. You can film all of what I'm going to do. Oh, that's right. I forgot about you were going to do that Halloween trail at the house. So yeah, that'll be part of Halloween. And I'm also working with the same designer for a 13 Files of Halloween at the beginning of October. Griswold says, our kids do most of the work for your channel. That's awesome. I like that. Mike Wheeler, hello, welcome in. Phantasm Cross says, I love how supportive Sam is of your channel. It makes a huge difference when you have support. Sam is 100% supportive. When we were on vacation, where I put it, I've lost it now. And I don't see how I could lose it because it's metal and it's big. Anyway, my tripod broke on our way back. And we just replaced it. And it's somewhere here in my craft space. I may never see it again. I know where it was. Does that count? It's around here somewhere. But he bought me another one. And it's not one that I would take on vacation again because it's really, really wobbly. It's really thin. Something to note, if you're taking a tripod into Disney, it has to fit in your backpack. So a travel tripod is going to be your best bet. And this one is like $20 at Best Buy. It is not good for traveling. It is. It holds up your phone as a camera, and that's about it. It says that it can hold more weight, but I wouldn't trust it. I barely trusted it at Disney without me holding onto it because the legs are literally like this big around. Like, I kid you not. I will find it and I will share it next week on stream. I thought it was sitting right here, but I think I kept kicking it, and then I moved it, and now I can't find it. And now that bugs me. My craft room actually is really organized, guys. It's more organized than it's been in a while. But things walk away. Well, I guess I can show you this. This is the box that it comes in. As you can tell, like, the legs are really, really thin. So it's what Sam's like, you're going to buy another one of those? Oh, here it is. It was hiding. So this is it. And when it sets up, it just sits like this. But the bottom legs are, I mean, they're really wobbly and thin. And Sam's like, you're going to buy another one of those? It was not good. It broke. I said, yes, but I need it for at home. Kind of looks at me. And I said, when I'm videoing things for like crafting and I need to video down, this works perfectly because I can take my Joby. This is my Joby. I literally have my phone setting on it. It has this piece here at the top comes off, and I can move it onto this piece. And then when I'm videoing, I put my camera in and I balance it, and I can video down as I'm working. And I did that a lot for my 13 files, my 12 days of Christmas files. So it works perfect. So if you are going to a theme park and you are looking for a good tripod, I do not recommend this one. It is from Best Buy. It's called the SunPack Travel Smart 50. I don't recommend it. Are you crafting at home or cooking at home and you want to video down at what you're doing? I recommend it because it's not windy outside. It's not windy in your house. Or like you don't have to have it all the way up. I feel the higher up this tripod is, like the less stability it has. If I open up like one or two, I feel better about like how steady it is. But I know that's something that I know that if I want to video something that way at Disney in an upcoming trip, if I'm going to continue doing things like that, I'm going to have to invest in a better tripod. And that's one of the things that I'm using, like my PayPal. I have a PayPal for the channel and a Patreon for the channel. I have a Ko-fi for the channel. That's what all the money from that goes to if people decide that they want to sponsor that in some way. Okay, yeah, I understand, Tony. Not a problem. Feel better. Yeah, Jessica says, I have a couple of those. They are not good. I spent extra on a better one. It's red. You want your tripod to be stable when you have expensive equipment on it. Those won't hold a DSLR if you put any kind of other lens on it. 100%. Tripod fall go boom with a $1,000 cam on it equal bad. Thank you, Mike Lord, for putting that link in there. I need to get my Joby is starting to kind of wear out a little bit. I've had it for a while. This was the cheap one that they had. Sam and I were. It was when we weren't sure really where I was going to be going with my channel, and I picked up like the cheapest. I got this Joby instead of the the gimbal. I got this Joby instead of a gimbal because I actually had picked up a bigger tripod before I realized that it had to be a travel size. So, I think altogether, I don't even remember what we spent, but I want to say that this one was like $20, $25 for this Joby that I have, and I like it because I can sit and like if you some of my videos where you'll see like I'm sitting and I'm filming, I use my Joby for that. Jenny says, I've got a small Manfrotto that's probably like your Joby. It's my favorite thing ever. Okay, Michael, thanks so much for being here. Sam says, I said I want to buy a gimbal at Gimbals. Yes, you did. You said that in the middle of Best Buy, and the kid who's younger than we were kind of looked at him and went, huh? It was pretty funny. Rhonda says, I need to integrate my DSLR for video a bit more than just for stills. A lot of people ask me, what do I use for my videoing? My phone. And I think Dolip Dad is the same way. He films everything on his phone. Everything that I do is from my phone. Sorry, I'm getting notification for other channels that are going live. I film on my phone. I edit on my phone. I use a free program called Video Maker. It's a free, you can pay for it, but I find that the free is just, it works perfectly for me. Maybe eventually I'll upgrade to a paid version, but right now the free one works for me. And then I have an app called, simply called App Maker or Intro Maker and Video Maker. And that is what I use to make my videos. All my intros are through Intro Maker, and I edit and do everything else in Video Maker. I have, it's a website and an app called Canva. And it's something that I found via one of Dolet Dad's Creator Talk streams. And I used to make all of my thumbnails with Pic Collage, and I have fallen in love with Canva because I can create a YouTube thumbnail, and I can resize it and make it into a post for Instagram, which then goes to my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's fantastic, and I am obsessed. It is my I use like Pic Collage for like during the quarantine pantry raid challenge, like when I was listing all the ingredients, I made all that in Pic Collage, but everything else is done in Canva now. So I know this this live stream has gone like 15,000 different ways. But going back to what I was talking about, one of the things I was talking about, if you have like I said, if you have a recipe, whether it's like, hey, Lena, we really like the Big Mac sauce from McDonald's. My husband always gets a Big Mac, sometimes two. Sam. And is there a way that you can find a recipe to make it at home? Well, it's already on my list. So, like I said, I've got a few on my list already. I've got taco seasoning, I've got Big Mac sauce, I've got Chick-fil-A sauce, the Out Black Bloom / Texas Roadhouse sauce. I've got a pasta seasoning for families with kids that don't like spaghetti sauce. I have a fun seasoning for that. But if there's something that you want to see me make for Budget Friendly Fridays, let me know. You can message me on Instagram or via the Paper Scissors Facebook page, and all that information is in the About section of the channel. And also, if there's a Disney copycat recipe you'd like to see me make, let me know about that too. I can typically find all the different kinds of recipes online. If not, I will do my best. I emailed Disney for a recipe the other day, but until further notice, they aren't sending out recipes or anything like that. They just don't have enough staff to do that. Oh, thank you, Miss Southern Belle. I greatly appreciate it. So I will try to find the recipe for those tacos. If you have not been to Trader Sam's, whether inside or on the patio, part of the bar food that they have are these 3 tacos, and they're called pork Kahlua tacos. And let me see. Let me bring up that picture because they are fantastic. And I told Sam when we were planning my trip for the run, that's not going to happen now, that I was going to eat pork Kahlua tacos every day and send him pictures. And he's like, you're a pain in the butt. But these are the pork Kahlua tacos from Trader Sam's. They are just little street-sized tacos. Tomato dumplings, please. Miss Southern Belle, What restaurant are they from? Do you know? Hello, Surfer Girl. How are you doing? Sam says they are amazing. Yeah. Um, we we had these the both times we were at Trader Sam's. One time we were inside, and that video I think was yesterday or Tuesday. And then the night that we went to Spirit of Aloha, we sat outside on the patio, and we just had one of these as a snack. And I actually would have rather stayed at Trader Sam's and just eaten more tacos. Um, Jenny, they are fantastic. Um, okay, what are they from a restaurant? I've never heard of tomato dumplings, but I will try to find a recipe for it. 100%. Um, if you're wanting to get into Trader Sam's, here is my tip: go line up by the door at 2 o'clock. They don't open until 3, but people will start lining up between 2 and 2:30, and they only take in I think there's like room for 20 people in there, I think. And so pretty much people sit and wait and wait and wait. So we were pretty lucky that we were like the fourth people in line, and like so like the first, they asked how many people are in your party. I think they took like maybe two more because of the total of people, um like with each group. If you can get seated at the bar, it is awesome to be able to sit there and watch them make the drinks. Yes, you should do that on your Halloween party day. I know Jenny's schedule because, for the most part, because I am her travel agent. So I'm like, oh yeah, you should do that on that day. Um, it's definitely worth the trip. If the first time, make sure to do and say, I agree, agreed. And it's actually right here. I got was it the Onoa? The Oa, sorry. I got the Oa, and we did pay for the drink glass. And even though they serve it to you in a glass, if you buy one, that's not the one that they give you. They actually let you take home a clean one. And this is my cup, and it made it safely home. It actually just came out of the box. And these little divots in the top, they actually fill with cinnamon. Um, and you will have to go and watch the video of me trying to appease the goddess throwing cinnamon on this fire, because I thought when they sat it down, the cinnamon fell onto, because they serve it to you on a napkin. And I thought that I was trying to appease the goddess with the cinnamon on this napkin. They're like, throw more cinnamon. And I'm like, thinking there is no more. And Sam goes, there's cinnamon on your drink. And sure enough, in these little divots up here, there's mounds of cinnamon. So I'm like throwing cinnamon on this fire. And if you didn't know, cinnamon makes fire go up. I did not know that until I'm sitting here throwing cinnamon on fire. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so it's so pretty. My fear was going to be having to carry it in the park. If you are staying, and if you are staying at the resort, I don't know if they will send it back to your resort from there or not. I don't know, because we took ours in our backpack. We did, yeah, we did take ours because we did Trader Sam's before we went on the Pirates and Pals cruise. So this was actually in our backpack. Your hand. The third round treatment is Thursday, and then only one more chemo left. Oh my gosh, guys, put hearts. Ow! Sneak attack! Sneak attack! Sneak attack! Everyone put hearts in the chat for Surfer Girl. for Surfer Girl. I hope Mike Wheeler is back in the chat. If not, it was totally wasted. Did he say something and then retract it so I wouldn't see it? I hit my knees on my desk. But yes, put hearts in the chat for Surfer Girl. That's awesome. We are so glad that your chemo treatments are about over. We love you in this community. He asked where he did. I saw where the Michael retracted a message, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys. Oh. Oh. Well, I hope that made your day, Mike. Sneak attack. Sneak attack. But no, I want to say that, oh, and it actually has stuff on the bottom. It says 3rd edition Trader Sam's Grog Grotto. I know it's kind of glare, so. But yeah, it says 3rd edition Trader Sam's Grog Grotto. I'm trying to decide what to do with it. It is heavy. I mean, it's been heavy. I was thinking about maybe trying to see if I could find some sort of container that would fit in it, and maybe put maybe like some basil or some sort of like herb in it and make it an herb planter. If you buy the glass, they run. Remind me, Sam, we paid what, $30 for the cup? I'm an angel, maybe not. Do you really want me to answer that question? Today I looked across at him. I'm assuming him is her husband. Across the office on his computer and decided we needed Nerf guns. Oh, that's hilarious, Rhonda. Oh, that's awesome. All right, well, we are coming up on an hour. And so coming up on the channel this week, daily videos. Like I said, tomorrow is the Progressive Meal Collab created by Lady Jamers with myself, Lady Jamers, Diz Our Dream, and Kinsey Days. I am making the appetizer. Diz Our Dream made the main dish. Stevie Lee made a side. Lady Jamers made a dessert, and Kinsey made a specialty coffee. So make sure that you are subscribed and have notifications on for my channel so that you know when the progressive meal starts, and all of the channel descriptions will be in the description for that video. Jenny says, I'm thinking about the smaller, skinnier tiki mug because it's not quite as steep price and easier to carry. Makes sense. Makes sense. No worries, Rhonda. Hey, not a problem. Grizzle and Family Vacay. So coming up this week, like I said, daily videos, vacation videos. I don't know. I haven't talked with Mama Mouse if we are planning any streams this week, but do note that next Sunday is Easter, and there will be no craft and chat, and there will be no scrap room Sunday next week. And I don't know, because my internet was playing wonky and I wasn't in the rest of Nerd Chat. I don't know if there's going to be Sunday Nerd Chat next week, but I'm going to assume not. If something else, if I find out differently, I will make sure and post on Instagram. But I am going to assume that because next week is Easter, even though we're like not doing Easter things, we are doing Easter things. And I think Easter dinner and stuff. I'm gonna assume that they're not having Nerd Chat, but like I said, I could be wrong. I know for a fact because Mama Mouse and I discussed it earlier. There's no craft and chat, and I know for me there's no scrap room Sunday. So I hope that everyone has a fantastic week. I've said this on Facebook and Instagram. If you are having a rough day and you just need someone to talk to, you are always welcome to message me on Facebook, um, on my Paper Scissors account. You can message me on Instagram. If you have me on my personal Facebook, you can message me, video call me anytime. Um, I'm free. I'm sometimes right now, especially right now, we all just need someone to chat with, vent to, for someone to tell us that we aren't going insane. Mental health is just as important of as emotional and physical health. So make sure to take care of yourself mentally as well. Um, Go out and get some sunshine, even if it's sitting outside and grabbing your camping chair and scrolling through Facebook, sitting in your camping chair outside. If it's really sunny, I do recommend sunscreen. Otherwise, you're gonna end up like Mama Mouse, and being very sunburned and very sick. Um, but please, get some sunshine, go on a walk, get some fresh air, do something for you that gets you rejuvenated and get you some mental health happiness going. Play some fun music on YouTube and have a dance party. Make a bucket list of things that you want to do when this is all over. And one of the things that Sam wants to do is learn how to tap. I want to learn how to waltz. So, make a bucket list of things that you want to do. And like I said, if you need someone to talk to, don't feel free to reach out um, to me, and I'm happy, even if it's just somebody to talk to. I'm not going to try to fix it because your feelings are your own, and right now all of our feelings are valid. So thank you guys so much. If you have not yet, please make sure to smash that like button on your way out. Again, Amy with AJC Magic TV is 1,000 hours away from being monetized, so let's make sure to get her playlist running. I am kind of creeping up on that 1K subscribers, and I am just a little over 1,000 watch hours. So if you can run my playlist as well, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Right now, Bob and Ashley are live in the Disney YouTube network. Bye, guys.